Hello and welcome to David Boles Live. Are we live? Or is this a recording? No, right now, we're live on Thanksgiving. At least if you're in America. We're celebrating Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining us wherever you are in the world. It's 9 a.m. Eastern here in the United States on the East Coast. And if it's evening where you are, hello. And if it's the afternoon, hello again. We're very happy that you are with us. As you can kind of hear, we have some holiday music playing in the background. It turns out there really isn't a thing called Thanksgiving holiday music. There was something Hallmark music. They already have St. Patrick's Day streaming music ready. And of course, Christmas music is everywhere and ready to begin immediately. But if you want something for Thanksgiving, you have to try a little bit harder. So, you find some leaves, you decorate yourself. Pick up some lovely leaves that are falling across America. As the winter comes, and things change, not always for the better. And if I had a little bit of sticky and a little bit of forethought, I would have somehow tried to pin this on there. Maybe it will stay up temporarily. That's cute, right? I have another one. So pretend this is Thanksgiving music you're hearing. I guess I should have done this before we came on the air, but I was getting things ready for our Thanksgiving ASL magical mirage that is coming up a little bit later in the show. Jana Murray will be joining us for that fun time. Okay, that's fun. We're fun. A lot to get to today. It's going to be a very interesting stream. Full of happiness, maybe some sorrows. But we always come out on top because we are survivors, and that is why we are here together, surviving in this world. So as you can see, the lovely Jana Marie is here, always with me virtually. But today she's with me on my shirt, which you've seen before if you're a longtime viewer of this live stream. And I wanted to find a Christmas bow that I could put in her beautiful hair to remind me how delightful she is. And we didn't have a Christmas bow. But we do have this. It's a sticky snowman. We are playing Christmas music. It's a beautiful day on the East Coast, 50 degrees and sunny skies. So I'm going to take this snowman and put it on my shirt as if it were in Jana Marie's hair like a Christmas bow. This is very sticky. I'd put it in my hair, but I'd never get it off. Do we like it on this side? Or do you like it on the other side? The other side has the cord will knock it off. Sorry, like that. Oh, that's just darling. So that's Jana Marie. And if I were meaner, I would have the snowman coming out of her mouth. But we won't do that today. So yesterday we had an interesting conversation. It was a little heavy about suicide and loss and people who go missing, and we're going to briefly touch on that today just because it's the holidays and there may be people who are not feeling very connected or very happy, and we can have a conversation about that. But first, I want to show you something very interesting I got from Trader Joe's. Jana Marie got it, but she gave it to me to show you. It's this wonderful new holiday bag. And Trader Joe's does not pay us for any of this conversation. But it's lovely. It's bright white. red, white, and blue, but it's for the holidays. But the neatest thing about this bag is what's inside. You have two areas in the bag, and if you're a New Yorker, you know you live on a bag, where you can, and there are two of them on each side. And you could put a bottle of wine in here. You could put a bottle of seltzer in here. And it fills out your bag, and the thing doesn't knock over, and when you place it on the ground, it's on its side, bang, and you break it on a New York City street. So you have 4 of these. I think it's just ingenious. I've never seen a shopping bag like this with these little pockets for, and you could put bananas in there, you could put pasta sauce, something heavy. You don't want to crush everything else, so you want it to stay in place as you're walking or driving and heading into the subway or the train to get home. It's very lovely. It's a lovely gift. I think it was shown to me as an example. It wasn't meant for me to keep it. We shall see what happens with the Trader Joe bag. And what many people don't understand about Trader Joe's is this. They're a wonderful company, and they're very smart, and a lot of people want a Trader Joe's in their neighborhood because Trader Joe's is affordable compared to Whole Foods. They have wonderful branding, wonderful products. Now, they tend to under-order things that you might want to have. Like if you're looking for the new kale cauliflower chili, which is very delicious, it immediately goes out of stock, and people tend to hoard. They buy 10 of them instead of just being a regular human being and ordering one or taking one of them off the shelf. So the stores order 100 jars of chili, and maybe 10 jars get delivered. And these local Trader Joe's know, well, I can't put out all 10 jars because, you know, there's a guy in the back waiting who's going to go scoop them all up for $8 and sell them for $50 each on eBay. And that happened. So what it appears that these Trader Joe's do is they order 100, they get 10. And throughout the day, they put out one, they put out another one, somebody grabs it, they put out another 2. So they try to extend their product life. And once you catch on, that's what's happening, then you tend to go in more often into the store to see if it's back on the shelf. And sometimes the workers will say, hey, come back at 9 o'clock in the morning because we'll have the chili. That's when they put it out. So you keep going back and looking for it. Where's my chili? And sometimes it never comes back. It's just gone. And they won't tell you that. They'll just say, oh, well, I guess we're out for the year. The season is over. Now, as you also may know, this live stream on Twitch is now an affiliate stream, which means you get a few more perks. People can subscribe to our stream to support us, not just follow us, which is really important in that world of online streaming. Oh, here's another thing I wanted to show you that I see here, sitting here. This is our owl. I guess it's a paperweight. Sort of Thanksgiving-y, wouldn't you say? I find it kind of delightful and delicious. And so does Jana Marie. Now, if I had less class, we could put that right there. Whole stream right there. The owl coming out of Jana's mouth. But we won't do that. So because we're now an affiliate, we get some very nice things that we can share with you. And one of them is I guess, big emotes. Emojis, emoticons, I think they have all kinds of names. And we, as the streamer, are responsible for uploading them to our Twitch portal. And for people who subscribe at different tiers for different lengths of time, they get access to our emotes. And so you can have like 35 interesting emotes, icons. Some are animated, some are not. And then people can use them in chat because it shows, hey, look, I have this special emote from this special streamer. That means, hey, I contribute to this stream. But the issue is that the emotes, once you upload them, have to be approved by Twitch. And some streamers say that can take a month. Some say 7 weeks, others say 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks. We got ours approved within, I think, 48 hours. So I'll see if I can find a couple for you. And if you're in chat, you can find them too. And do fun things. This is an animated one, which I think is really kind of fun. And if you're in our chat, you can use that too. See? It's me in my Halloween makeup vibrating back and forth. That's called an animated emote, I am told. Here's one that Twitch provided us. You can either use it or lose it. And who doesn't want love? I'll take a love. And here's some of the others. I'm not going to bore you by doing each of them individually. I'll just bore you and do them all at the same time. These are all of the emotes that we have that you can use as a subscriber. Boom! There they all are. The last few are transparent, which is the upper end of the tiers, T-I-E-R-S, for those who subscribe to us. I find them quite lovely and delightful. Super happy to have them. Now I just pinned that message, and I don't know what that means. Let me see if I send it again, if I can pin it. Unpinned message. This is new to me too. Let's see if we can put the emotes back up. And you can just click on these and they get added to your chat. Okay. And then send. And then pin, whatever that means. Now, it says unpinned message on my side. Now, I don't know exactly what happens with that. If that'll just stay there forever, I don't know. I guess we'll see if it disappears. No, it disappeared. I don't know what it means. Pinning a message. I don't get it. So I'm unpinning. Oh, now we have music. We have singing. Now this is slipstream music. And I didn't know that they have vocals. Usually you can edit out the vocals. So I'm fast forwarding past that because I don't want to hear singing while I'm trying to talk to you. So we have these wonderful emotes. Now another thing about Trader Joe's, just to go back, circle around on that, is Trader Joe's is very popular. People want a Trader Joe's in their neighborhood. This music is not working for me. I don't like the speaking. Let's find different music. This is part of the fun of having a live stream. You get to do things together. You get to figure things out. Now, I like this jazzy Christmas music. We'll see how this goes. I think there might have been a little bit of singing with that too. But I know some streamers are able to stream and talk over the people who are singing. I find it hard to do because my ear wants to listen to what they're saying and not what I'm saying. This is called Have Yourself a Jazzy Little Christmas. And normally you can filter out the songs with vocals. And you can just have instrumentals. But maybe they figured out that's what streamers are doing, and then the people who sing the songs don't get paid, so they just force them on us? I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out. So back to Trader Joe's. What most people don't understand is that Trader Joe's is a very tightly run company, and they are very strategic in where and how and why they want to be in your neighborhood. And from what I understand is Trader Joe's will not go into a zip code. They do it by zip code. People call it neighborhoods, but it's a zip code. Where the average income, music is just a little too loud. We might have to go back to our regular music. Sometimes Thanksgiving isn't jazzy. I guess Christmas is always jazzy, but we need a quiet Christmas. It doesn't, there doesn't seem to be any sort of quietness in the genre. So we'll go back to our regular music and see what we can find out. We'll try this. If it's just a little bit quieter, we'll be a little bit happy. It's all shuffle play, though. None of it lets you filter anything, which I find slightly confusing. Okay, this is much easier to have a conversation with you. So people want Trader Joe's in their neighborhood. And Trader Joe's wants the average income in a zip code to be $100,000 per family. Now that is a lot of money, especially in an urban core that is on the upswing, because you don't have gentrification yet, but you do have high spenders who want to spend a lot of money at Trader Joe's, but they can't get there because Trader Joe's is very hard to find and far away. And people petition Trader Joe's, please come into our neighborhood, we're up and coming, our medium income range is $30,000, not $100,000, but please come anyway because in 5 years we'll be at $100,000. And Trader Joe's says, well, let us know in 5 years. We'll do the research. We will decide if we want to go into your neighborhood or not. And that disappoints people. They get very raw about it. And then what do? They go online to Amazon. Twitch owns Amazon. They go online to Amazon. Whole Foods. Amazon owns Whole Foods. And they order home delivery of Whole Foods, and pay twice the amount of money they would pay at Trader Joe's. And they do that because Whole Foods will deliver. And Whole Foods is everywhere, and Trader Joe's is not. But Trader Joe's doesn't care. You'll find them if you want them. Now, we're very lucky that where Janet Marie works, there is a brand new Trader Joe's, and it's right by a lot of new buildings with a lot of people living in it, and right near the subway, which is very smart because that's where the people are. And when you're not in every zip code, people have to get to you. In a big city, they get to you on the bus and via the train. So it's really a genius company. I love their branding. I love their healthy food and their delightful eats. So that's the Trader Joe's story and how it all works with how much you make. And we live in an area in Jersey City where we have a lot of new buildings. We live in Tower 1, Journal Square. The second tower just opened. They filled almost 800 apartments, I believe, in 2 months, which is unbelievable. And a lot of the people, as I understand it, came from China for whatever reason. And they're building right now. They're going to wait 2 years before they built the final third building. And they said, we filled the second building so fast, we're building building 3 right now. And they are. They had a nice little park there that we enjoyed for about 6 weeks before they started digging a hole. Which I guess is good, because the sooner all of this construction is over, the better we'll be. So they're digging and digging. And across the street, we have a new high-rise. 2 blocks over, we have a new high-rise. Over here, we have a new high-rise. So all these high-income earners who can pay a lot of money to rent because they want to be near the PATH station, because the PATH will take them into New York from New Jersey in 11 minutes. And if you live in New Jersey and not New York, you will save 50% off of everything. Your rent, your food, everything is half price. Well, there are a lot of people who have very good jobs who earn a lot of money in New York who are very happy to pay half of their living expenses to live in New Jersey, especially Jersey City. However, Jersey City is a very old urban core. They're building a new courthouse. They're building all these new apartments. But so far, as I understand it, the average income in our area, in our zip code, is still about $30,000 a year. So you have very rich people and very poor people, and not a lot of middle class, who are fighting over the same turf. Buildings get turned down to build these gorgeous high-rises, and people are getting pushed out and away. And there are some people in the community who are very upset about that, and rightly so. However, if you want a Trader Joe's to come into your neighborhood, if they have that $100,000 spendable income requirement, it's not happening anytime soon in Jersey City, unless there is some kind of deal made where the developers who own these super rich buildings get together and say, hey, let's pay off Trader Joe's and get them in here, and we will make up the difference in that $100,000 scheme that they want in order to open a store. And in the Journal Square area, you really don't have a lot of big grocery stores. You have a few grocery stores, and they're 2 or 3 blocks away. They're very small. They're not really high-end oriented, meaning they have a lot of expensive items and a lot of high-end items that people who live in high-rises tend to like more than people who live in smaller buildings. So there's a little bit of a class war going on in Jersey City between the haves and the have-nots. And yes, it is a little bit confusing and a little bit concerning as you walk the streets and try to fit in. Do you fit in with the cool kids who have all the money, or do you fit in with the people who've lived here for 30 years? Well, if you're a right and manageable person, you try to fit in on both ends. You try to be right in the middle, and you be friends with everybody. That's the way to survive. In a big city, in a small town, just don't cause problems. Be frictionless. Be known as the person who gets along to go along, not the person who blocks everything or the person who forces everything down other people's throats just so they can get their way. And now, my friend, it's time to take a small break. An interesting thing I have learned about becoming a Twitch affiliate is that Twitch likes to make a lot of money. And they do that by running advertising. And yesterday we had a wonderful experience playing the Westboro Crusaders, Episode 4, filmed entirely on location in Lincoln, Nebraska, mainly at Lincoln Northeast High School, and I believe a little bit at Lincoln High School. And a couple of people were watching, and they complained that, hey, I'm watching your 30-minute show, and there's advertising. And I missed out. What happened? What happened? So, if you don't subscribe to this channel by either paying $5 a month or by using our Amazon Prime subscription and getting 1 month, a month at a time, free access to one channel here on Twitch, you will get ads. And you will not be able to watch VOD, the video on demand replays that are on our site, boles.tv. But I have discovered that I can I can schedule when I want ads to run. Now, I think when the stream starts and we run like 5-7 minutes of just introduction, the stream is starting, so people can get ready, get in line, clear the day, go to the bathroom, get ready for the stream to start. And it looks like that's in that space, which is why I waited a couple of minutes to start our stream today. In that space, that's when Twitch runs their first jumble of ads against us, with us. We don't get, I don't think, a very large cut. of the advertising revenue, as I understand. I think partners get more. I don't think Twitch affiliates get anything, but maybe I'm wrong. And I believe that I can fire these ads to play while I'm taking my blood pressure break. And we know what that means. Blood pressure, high blood pressure, medication, makes you go to the bathroom. It's a pee break, but we call it a blood pressure break. So I'm going to see if I press a button. Oh, no, that's... oh, look. Ads are running right now. Well, that's interesting. And now I'm going to take a break. Huh. Well, I wonder if I go to a break, if I hit ads, if it'll keep playing. If it'll play the next ads, and then we won't have a problem for people who want to watch. I don't know. This is all new. We're trying to figure it out. I see in my control panel system that I cannot start an ad if I wanted to start an ad because the ads are running right now. Ad 3 of 3, and there's 13 seconds left. Now, I don't know if this is over, if I can start a whole new thing and just start another ad roll, and then we'll be ad-free for a while. I guess it could work. I don't know. But I think we might find out. Okay, now it looks like we're live. We're back. And now I'm going to tell you I'm taking a break, so I'm going to put on my break screen. We're doing this together. Okay, this is our high blood pressure break screen. Yes, hello. And then I'm going to press a button and see if ads will run again. Even though we just had ads, but this is a test, and I'm going to be away while the ads are running. And we'll see what happens if it works. It doesn't. Oh, did it work? I don't know. Maybe. It looks like it worked, but I don't think it worked. I guess we'll find out. We're in this together. I'll see you just in a moment. And if we have ads and you're not subscribed, let me know in chat. And if you are subscribed, you're just going to have some holiday music. Back in a flash. Hello again. I see ads are running. That's good because I'm not here. And I see that my ads have been disabled for an hour. So the next time we have a break, I hit the ads button. Boom. We shouldn't get interrupted when we're saying something that's maybe a little bit important. Back in a flash. right, we are back from our blood pressure break. Thank you for being here. Happy Thanksgiving if you are in America. And if you are not in America, but you're still celebrating Thanksgiving, here we go. When I went to the bathroom, I lost all of my leaves, so we're redecorating. Beautiful Jana Marie here with her snowman bow decoration. Trying to figure out all the meaning of Thanksgiving in our lives. And Jana Marie is here with us, preparing a very magical American Sign Language Thanksgiving special. It's going to be purely delightful. I hope you stick around. So yesterday we were discussing a lot of interesting topics. And today is Thanksgiving. So let's just say hello to a little Thanksgiving. This is the original 1622 announcement of how Thanksgiving is to work. And it's not what it became, the myth of the Pilgrims and the Indians. Pretty much what Thanksgiving became, what originally was, is one Indian tribe went to the Pilgrims and said, look, you're new here, and we need help. Oops. We need help from that other Indian tribe over there. So what we want to do is join with you, and you protect us, and we protect you, and the two of us together are against that Indian tribe over there. That was the treaty. That was the idea. That was the original idea behind Thanksgiving. And then it changed into Indians and Pilgrims and sitting down and cornucopias, and the rest is history. But that is the history of how it happened. 1622, when it all began. And here's our lovely friend, Lucky O'Connell, living the good life in California. Thank you so much for the follow. Our friend, Lucky O'Connell, living the good life in California with Tom and Marianne. He's a thankful dog. He has clean access to as many trees and as many grassy knolls as he can imagine. Plus, he can go swimming any time of day or night he would like. Lucky O'Connell is a David Boles Blogs dog author who just happens to be a dog. So we love getting these holiday messages from Lucky. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. So yesterday we had a conversation about suicide. And look, it's Thanksgiving. Why are you talking about that on Thanksgiving? Well, there are some people who are alone on Thanksgiving. And people tend to get depressed. And they feel lonely and lonesome on these holidays. So we can talk just briefly and say hello. And if you're with us because you're maybe a little bit lonely, or you need some help, or you want someone to talk to, you can talk to us here in chat. You can call a friend. You can email someone. Lots of opportunities. And we talked about our friend Jamie, who decided he'd had enough and killed himself at a very young age. And we talked about our friend Oscar, who was from the Midwest, moved to New York City, worked as an actor. We guess got into some financial trouble, was embarrassed, couldn't take it, and disappeared. And the police think that he walked off into the woods and just died, and I guess that's sort of a common thing. And the body's never found, because if you die in the woods, there's a lot of stuff in the woods, non-human stuff, that are very happy to find a human being. Mainly for food. And once the animals, I guess, get these carcasses, you never find bits of the people again. It just disappears. The forest takes over the body. So that was a sad, reflective day yesterday about Jamie and Oscar, and then we watched a TV show that I wrote and directed that they were starring in. And then it got me thinking today, we can remember Jamie and Oscar through their work. It's preserved now for as long as we have digital access to the Westboro Crusaders. And then you think about mental health and where people come from and how they feel. And it makes you wonder a little bit about these ideas of suicide and who kills someone and who doesn't kill someone. You think of the Kennedy assassination and how Oswald didn't act alone and all these conspiracy theories that consume many of us. And yesterday there was a big report about Jeffrey Epstein. And look, not a great guy. No real verifiable means of financial income, and yet he had a lot of money, and it makes you wonder how it happened. And this was a very interesting report, and here are some of the highlights from that report that maybe will give us pause for thought about what the meaning of life is and what it means to live a human life. And there are a lot of people who say Epstein didn't kill himself. He was killed by big money. He was killed by powerful people. He was murdered for murder's sake. And there are a lot of people online who believe that. Epstein didn't kill himself. Well, what if he did? This report seems to very soberly confirm that he did. And he was very smart, and the people around him were not very smart. Talks a big game, had a big ego, convinced the know-it-alls around him that he was just fine to throw them off the trail so he could do what he felt he needed to do to get out of this life. And that's the important part. You may have a friend. Hey, how's it going? You're not looking so good. Oh, it's great. I feel great. I have a wonderful future ahead of me. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess you're okay. Yeah, I'm fine. And then something terrible happens and you feel bad. Well, Epstein was described as dazed and withdrawn by a facility assistant in the jail when he first arrived. She recommended that he receive an initial psychological evaluation that day, but it took several days before Epstein saw anyone. Well, that right there is a problem. You see someone reports it. I don't think he's right. I'm concerned about him, and nothing happens. Big problem. Also in the report, Epstein spent his nights pacing his cell, sleeping fitfully, and talking with other inmates, according to handwritten notes taken by those observing him, the report states. Well, that's not really normal behavior. I mean, it might be for someone who has a lot of money and who's locked up and who knows they're in big trouble, so watch them. In a conversation with another inmate, Epstein reportedly talked about the escort business and celebrities he knew. Okay, that's interesting. Epstein had conversations with other inmates about prison life and etiquette. That makes sense. That's kind of suggesting that he knows where he is. He needs hints on how to survive, which shows that maybe he's thinking into the future a little bit. One inmate logged a conversation with Epstein where he asked who the best cook was in prison. Okay. Prisoners cook for each other. I guess you could hire someone to make you something to eat. When meeting with a psychologist, here we go, for a suicide risk evaluation, Epstein described himself as a banker with a big business and said being alive is fun, according to documents viewed by the Times. Okay? He's a slick guy. We know he's a liar. We know he tells people what they want to hear. That's his business. That's what he's good at. And the people around him needed to know that about him. And if you knew anything about him, you knew he was a slick guy. I know that. I don't even know him. Epstein reportedly told others he was not suicidal. A psychologist described him as future-oriented. Epstein described himself as a coward, saying he did not like pain and therefore would never take his own life, the report explains. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Oh, I'd never kill myself because I'm scared of pain. Why would you offer that? Unless you were thinking about it. And if you were asked about it, why would you answer it in that way? It seems very specific to checkmark certain things like, oh, he's not a danger to himself. Smart guy. Epstein frequently complained about the running toilet in his cell. He said he sat in the corner and held his ears, a psychologist wrote in one of the documents. Epstein thought he might have autism, explaining that Dustin Hoffman's autistic character in The Rain Man had an aversion to noise, according to the report. I have a similar thing. A lot of people do. It's called misophonia. Show it to you right now. So this is what they're talking about, that they think that Epstein might have had. And probably did. So you can read that if you're interested. Misophonia and the agape orifice. Also, the night of his suicide attempt, Epstein lied to jail officials and asked to call his mother. His mother died in 2004. Instead, Epstein called his girlfriend. The 15-minute call was not logged and does not appear to have been recorded by the jail. Now, was that on purpose? I mean, I don't know if he could have paid somebody off to let him make a phone call and then not have it recorded. I think it's just complete incompetence in the system, which is a problem. An inmate who shared the cell next to Epstein reportedly told a kitchen worker, Jeffrey Epstein definitely killed himself. Any conspiracy theories to the contrary are ridiculous. According to the report, the man had heard Epstein tearing up his sheet before committing suicide. The kitchen worker wrote in an email to the psychology department obtained by the Times. So isn't that interesting? Now, he killed himself by taking his bed sheets, ripping them up, tying them into a long rope. I don't know if he braided it or not, but he used that. He tied it around his neck and hanged himself in his jail cell. So we have first-hand reports of someone who was right there. Didn't see the whole thing, but heard the whole thing, knew exactly what was happening, what was going down. Did he report it? Did he try? Would anybody listen? We don't know yet. But it is an interesting conversation to have about how these things happen. It's okay. So Jeffrey Epstein was a bad guy. Probably hurt a lot of people. He knew it. He was caught. He knew there was no way out. So he decided to do it. And that is just a little bit of a concern, because it sets a bad example for other people who may be in a similar circumstance and who may be having trouble surviving. And there's something else I wanted to show you, but I've now lost it. And it is this. I will find it again and give it to you. So if you're feeling down, especially today, but it could be any day. We all have good days and bad days. But if you're having a bad day, you can go right here. Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Eventually, 988 will be the 911 if you are feeling low or feeling bad and you want to hurt yourself. Instead of picking up the phone and calling 911, which goes to fire and emergency and the police. 988 is designated as the new 3-digit dialing code that will route callers to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. While some areas may be currently able to connect to the Lifeline by dialing 988, that code will be available to everyone in the United States starting on July 16, 2022. So you can call that right now. You can go online. They have a phone number that you can call. There it is right there. 800-7... Let's see, let's get it right. 800-273-8255. So you don't have to have broken the law or done something awful or stolen from people or hurt people to feel that you're at the end of your life. You're at the end of your rope. You just might be feeling lonely, feeling a little lost, a little bit down. And maybe if you reach out to somebody, make a call to the hotline, you'll find someone who will listen and maybe help you put off the decision a little bit. Because sometimes I find some people talk about suicide and they think about it. And there's a psychologist I read many years ago who said, if you're a human being, you have thought of suicide at least once in your life. And if you say you haven't, for religious reasons or moral reasons or whatever, you are not being truthful. And I find that to be extremely true. And the point is, experimentation versus actuation. Don't experiment, don't play with it, don't put a gun in your mouth and see what happens if the phone rings. Try to live a good, right existence, and if you start to feel off, you can talk to somebody. You can get online. We're much more connected now than we were before. It's a little easier, I believe, now to reach out. People say we're much more disconnected, we're in our own silos, and I say, well, that's true, but you have online places where you can go and chat with somebody and say, hey, I'm feeling a little down and I don't know what to do. And there are people online who will say, hey, send me a direct message. What's your phone number? I'll call you. Don't do anything till we talk. And sometimes people reach out for help. And sometimes it's a stranger who picks up the phone or sends you an email and says, it'll be okay. Let's don't do anything right now. We can talk about this. And it's a difficult conversation to have because in the end, people really are in charge of their own lives and their own happiness. And sometimes it's the only way out, and we don't understand it, and we don't have to understand it. Like Robin Williams was in a lot of pain and a very dim future, and he did what he felt he had to do. So now we're preparing for our wonderful Thanksgiving. And we're going to come back and talk about a couple of interesting things. But now we're going to take a little break. A blood pressure break. Yes, another one of those. And what I'm going to do, my delightful friend, is see if I can force an ad break going into this intermission. So no one will miss anything. I guess we're going to find out shortly. The ads should begin soon. I will see you in a moment. And we are back from our blood pressure break. Thank you so much for being here. Boles.tv. Subscribe if you can. And avoid all these ads. I tried to run a 3-minute ad break, and it does not appear that it works. So I think the system blocked me because I just did an ad break about 30 minutes ago, and they're saying I can't run one. They're going to run one for me. Okay. But if you want the video on demand, the replays of this live stream, you'll need to be a subscriber. If you would like to chat with us in chat and ask a question or offer up something lively to inspire us, you need to also be a subscriber. If you have Amazon Prime, oh yes, you can subscribe to this channel for free. Every month for free. $60 a year for free, just because you're an Amazon Prime member. And it is Thanksgiving in America, and we are celebrating this day with lots of fun and conversation. Thank you so much, Reese, for the follow. Love to have you join us in chat. And now, in the spirit of Thanksgiving and the delightfulness that we know is the holiday season that's upon us, we're going to take a quick look at some of our most interesting streaming music services. Now, I'm big on music. Some of these services are better than others, some are not as good. So we're going to take a look and see what you think. First on our stop, iTunes. Been around for a long time. I have iTunes Match, which I think costs me $25 a year, where all of my music many years ago was uploaded to Apple. My privately owned music that I have. And at that time they said, we will store it for you, we will play it for you, you don't have to worry about it. If you purchase it from us, we'll keep it for you forever. However, if you want us to keeping track and keep holding your thousands of songs, you have to pay us $25 a year to do that. So once you're in that ecosystem, you really can't get out of it. Apple Music is okay. Verizon, if you're at a certain level of transmission, membership, I think you get Apple Music for free. I think that's what I currently have. I don't think I pay for it anymore. Or maybe it's part of my iTunes or the Apple One thing. I don't remember. But this is how I like to judge these streaming services. I like high definition. I like lots of sounds. And I always do a little search for some songs that I know I really like that are a little obscure. And we see if these services will return a proper return for a proper search. So I always search for Paul Williams. Paul is a wonderful songwriter from Nebraska. Had a lot of hits in the 60s and 70s, like with Three Dog Night, Old Fashioned Love Song. But there's also a Paul Williams who is an orchestra guy, conductor. So if you search for Paul Williams, in my opinion, it should be the Paul Williams from Nebraska who pops up first. But lately it's been the orchestra guy. And sometimes you don't get anything on Paul Williams at all. So we're on Apple Music. Let's do a search for Paul Williams and see what happens. Okay, Paul Williams. There he is. You'll recognize him. So he's the first one. He's the first return. That's good. This Paul Williams, I can't even see who it is. Someone with a guitar. That's not him. Old Fashioned Love Song. That is the correct Paul Williams. Evergreens, the best of Paul Williams. It's an album. Yes. Now, maybe Apple Music knows me really well because you never get this kind of result normally. Paul Williams, artist. Paul Williams, blah, blah, blah. So let's click on Paul Williams, the artiste, and see what we get. And if you haven't ever listened to Paul Williams, find him. And this is a current picture of him. This is sort of how he looks, which is a little wild. But he's an old guy like me. Older than me. So these are his top songs. Did a lot for the Muppets. So this is really excellent. This is a wonderful album that you'll like. This is Paul singing his own songs. And he sings them really well, and they're all of his hits. These are the hits that Paul Williams wrote. Rainbow Connection, You're Gone, I Won't Last a Day Without You, We've Only Just Begun, Carpenters, Out in the Country, Three Dog Night, Rainy Days and Mondays Always Get Me Down, Carpenters, Crazy Loving You, When She Said Hello, Love Dance, It's All Been Said Before, beautiful song, Old-Fashioned Love Song, Three Dog Night, I'm Going Back There Someday, another beautiful, beautiful song. It's a wonderful, wonderful album. I'm very pleased with that. Excuse me, but I have a feeling that iTunes knows me and they know that this is who I'm looking for. Now, what else might we see on Apple? Well, let's do the other search that we've been doing now lately, because all these services now magically have podcasts. Well, who should we search for? Well, why don't we do a search for David Boles. See if anything pops up. No. Human Meme. That's a very, very popular podcast. Nothing's popping up. So we'll hit return. No results! That's not good. That doesn't make me... Now, maybe they don't have podcasts on iTunes. I don't know. Maybe it's a different thing. See if Human Meme pops up anything that is podcasty related. No, it's all songs. Okay, so maybe they don't have podcasts. So let's travel over to Amazon Music. And as I set this up this morning, they say, hey, do you want 3 months free of HD and Ultra HD music? And then we'll charge you $8 a month after that, which is a really cheap price. So I said, okay. So they gave me 3 months free, just because I was going to talk to you about this today. So here we go with the search. We're going to search for Paul Williams. Let's see who pops up. Paul Williams, greatest hits, Paul Williams surf music. So let's just go with the first one they present, Paul Williams. See if we get the orchestra guy or the pop guy. Now, I have been a member of Amazon Music before, so maybe they're remembering me, but I really don't care because it's the right Paul. These are his interesting songs, Old-Fashioned Love Song, popular albums. Here's another really good album that I just really love from Paul. This is an early album from this. It says 2004, but the A&M years were the 70s. And these are his big hits. I don't believe he's singing them, though. I can't play it because I don't have the rights to play that music on this stream. We've Only Just Begun, Wake Up Alone. Old-Fashioned Love Song. Look, he has like 5 or 6 guaranteed mega hits. He has a lot of money. He'll live forever on that money. I Won't Last a Day Without You. That's what friends are for. Rainy Days and Mondays. Some of these are a little obscure, and that's good. I like that. He's a good songwriter. So, Evergreen, I accept. Let's do a search for Your Friend and Mine. David Boles, Human Meme. Will we get a result on Amazon Music? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Big hit. Home run. Sign up right now. Get 3 months for free. Listen to all 500 episodes of David Boles, Human Meme. Oh, I just love that. How can you not love that? And they're not all chronological. It seems like they may be based on popularity or keywords. Very, very interesting. And it just goes on because I have a lot of episodes. And I like they're using my updated photograph. Some of these hosts just use whatever photograph you originally gave to them. But not Amazon. That's impressive. I find that very fair, very, very fair, very well done. Now let's go to Spotify. I've been on Spotify before. They didn't used to ever have anything Paul Williams, but maybe they're getting used to my searches now. My tests. Paul Williams. Boom. Same photograph. Paul Williams, the artiste. Oh, I like this. Let's just click on his name and see where it takes us on Spotify. Now, all these music services, I find they pretty much have the same music, same catalog. So it's really how do they find what you like and present it to you? Spotify in the past has been number one. They sense what I like, they know what I like, they give me recommendations on stuff that I like, and what they recommend I really like. But they're a little expensive. Amazon Music beats them on price. Popular songs, old-fashioned love song, give a little love, I won't last a day without you. All the rights. I believe he wrote the songs for Bugsy Malone, which wasn't very successful. He has a Happy Days musical where he's writing lyrics. I don't believe that's really gone anywhere of substance. That's how it goes. On Broadway and in the music biz. Sometimes things work, and sometimes things don't. 71 album, just an old-fashioned love song, Waking Up Alone, Never Had It So Good, We've Only Just Begun. That's Enough for Me, old-fashioned love song, Simple Man. It's good music. Now we'll go to the one I've just started using because they offered me a lot of free time. Tidal. Now they charge $20. Yeah, $20 a month. So $7.99 Amazon Music compared to Tidal. And it's supposed to be the same quality, high quality of music. And there are people who say, oh, you get above a certain streaming rate and your ear can't hear the difference. Well, I believe you can hear the difference. Oh, it's not possible if you're using Bluetooth connection. Well, I think the more information that's sent, the more information that is received. And if you're sending a low amount of information, the low amount of information is going to be received. And if some of the high-end information gets filtered out because you're at a lower end, it's okay. Because maybe one day you'll have something that can hear it all the way into the depths. So let's look up Paul Williams. On Tidal. Yes. Now I have looked for Paul. So maybe they're just remembering him because of me, which is fine. Everybody should know Paul. Uh-oh. Don't play anything. I just want his name. Okay, Paul Williams. Don't play anything. Paul Williams, that must be his most recent photograph, which everyone is using. I Won't Last a Day with You. Here are his albums. Now that's a different Paul Williams. That's a black guy with a guitar, not a white guy from Nebraska. There we go. This is how Paul looked when we all knew Paul. When it was in everywhere, on every television show, on every game show, singing every song that was ever written. Because for a while he was the king of pop. The original king of pop. Paul Williams. We've Only Just Begun. Waking Up Alone. I Never Had It So Good. See if we can we get his face bigger in this photograph? No. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, there he is. That's Paul. That's the Paul Williams we know, not the spiky hair older guy. That's Paul, and he was in some Burt Reynolds movies. He was in that Baby Driver movie. He was the guy in the white, in the white suit, selling guns to the Kevin Spacey guys, and the Kevin Spacey guys freak out and shoot Paul Williams and his crew. And Paul is very short, and everyone makes fun of his height. And when he was in the Reynolds movies, it was the big, tall comedian guy with little short Paul. That was the whole joke. And Paul was fine with it. He's used to that kind of thing. It's not a big deal. So Paul Williams is someone you should know and someone you should celebrate because he's a very interesting guy and he knows what it means to be successful. And I think now that he's a little bit older, well, let's find out how old he is. '81. I didn't know he was that old. Is Paul Williams a little person? He's 5'2". His small stature made him stand out even more. Famously, upon accepting the Oscar for Best Original Song, he shared with Barbra Streisand for Evergreen. He quipped, "I was going to thank all the little people, and then I remembered I am the little people." Oh, that's very funny. That's a self-effacing guy. Hilarious. 81 years old. And I think what he's doing now, when he feels like it, is he has a little small band. I don't think he plays the piano. He used to. He has someone who plays the piano, someone on bass, maybe someone on drums, and he goes into small little coffee houses, little jazz clubs, and sits there on a stool with a music stand in front of him. And he puts up the lyrics to all of his songs. And he sits there at 81 years old and he sings all of his songs. And people just sit there and they clap and they drink and they applaud. And it's a wonderful moment. Where is Paul Williams today? Well, I don't know. Since 2009, Williams has been the president and the chairman of the American Songwriting Society, ASCAP. How's that for a banana? That's Paul. There he is, too. 81 years old. Proud son of Nebraska. Are John Williams and Paul Williams related? A longtime resident of Taos, New Mexico, Williams was the younger brother of songwriter-actor Paul Williams, as was preceded in death by his brother John Williams, a single national engineer. He was 70. Williams was a longtime partner of Rose Garden singer Lynn Anderson, who died in 1975. So this is John Williams, not the John Williams of Star Wars fame. Who wrote the song Rainbow Connection? Paul Williams. Yeah. Paul does it all. People are obsessed with his height. Why? How tall is Paul? Come on now. His wife? Mary Agnes Williams. So it just goes on and on. So Paul Williams is a good guy. He's a guy you should know. He's a guy who accomplished something in his life, and it meant something. He's had some troubles, I think, maybe with some aspects of living a righteous and properly identifiable life, but he's dealt with them, and he's survived them, and he is still alive and doing one heck of a fantastic job of cementing his relationship with people that he knows and people that he loves. So we celebrate Paul. We love Paul. He's with us always. Oh, there's Dora. Oh, my goodness. On Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Can't stay long as I'm helping with the Thanksgiving feast. I never cook. How lucky am I? You're very lucky. We have a Thanksgiving feast coming up in about 5 to 10 minutes. It's a magical ASL feast. And Jan Marie is hosting it, and I'm going to be there doing a little bit of voice interpreting. Maybe a little bit of eating. We're going to try to avoid our advertising stream that is placed upon us. There's Jana Marie, baby! Hi, Dora. Happy Thanksgiving from David and Jana. Have a good time with your family. Yay! Oh, it's so fun and warm. I have to say something, too. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Oh, that's so delightful. That makes me happy. Everybody's happy. We're all surviving together in the wilds of the internet that sometimes makes sense and sometimes doesn't. So, now's the next big thing. We're going to be taking a very brief break in a moment. Oh, there's Dora's back. Thank you. Hope you and David had a great one as well. We're having a wonderful time. We've been planning this particular live stream for about a week. What can we do on Thanksgiving? We know we want to stream because Jana Marie is here. She's off. And we always stream no matter what, because even if it's a holiday here, it's not a holiday everywhere. So we get up and we go. But what can we do that might be fun and imaginative and different? And we thought, why not have something like, I'm looking up the exact name we concocted for this day, a magical ASL Thanksgiving in New York City. Why don't we do something like that? Well, what does that mean? Well, that's what we've been trying to figure out for 3 days. And we think we've stumbled upon something fun and something interesting. But who knows? It might all go up in fire. Because the interesting part is we have to try to bring in Jana Marie from wherever she is in the world into this stream, which means that she's not in this stream. She's elsewhere that we're bringing her in, which makes her video look a little chunky, a little slow. We used to use Zoom. That was chunky. It's very difficult to try to figure out how to do a remote and bring somebody in. I use Video Live. Video Ninja. No, Ninja Video. Yeah. I think, no. Video Ninja. The day that it rained and I showed you the storm from my iPhone, that was in the bedroom, and I was able to bring in that camera and show you. Now, that worked really well. But it's just a dead visual. If you use Video Ninja, I don't believe you can see the other person. So if we're using that for Janice, she would be able to. She would be able to see me. I would be able to see her, but we wouldn't be able to. No, she wouldn't be able to see me. I think that was the issue. Anyway, today we're going to be using Google Meet for the first time because it works in a browser. So we don't have to worry about trying to mechanically work to bring in an outside source, an app like Zoom, into this stream, if that makes sense. That's what we're trying to do. That is the plan. So we're going to take a brief break. I'm going to see if I can run some ads. I'm going to put up a different screen than you're used to seeing because we have to do a little prep in secret to keep up the fun of the surprise. So don't go anywhere. This is going to say back soon, but you won't be able to see anything except that. But we're not offline and we're not going anywhere. We're coming right back. Back in a moment with an ASL Magical Thanksgiving. Now we are back from break. Happy Thanksgiving. We're getting ready for our magical ASL Thanksgiving. Coming up live for you right now. We're getting everything ready behind the scenes. What's about to happen next? Jana Marie is here. She has very magical ideas. I ran the ad break while I was off, and it seemed to work perfectly. So we should be safe a little bit before our next ad break, so we can celebrate this wonderful Thanksgiving together. Now we're going to Jana Marie. And I am going to, let's see, where is she? Voice interpret for her a bit. Oh, there she is. Okay, now I have to bring her up live. We'll see if this works. There she is. Here I am. Jana's going to chat with you a little bit while I fix her frame. So Jana Marie, please show us what's up before we start the dinner. Okay, we have to start all over. We're supposed to be showing us your Indian girl while I'm setting up the frame. We're not ready. So this is Jana's special Indian girl that she has for Thanksgiving. Trying to get this set up. Keep going. Tell us a story about your Indian girl only. Okay. I think we're ready to try our magical ASL Thanksgiving. I have what? I have a turkey. It's a fake turkey. It's a vegan turkey. And I open the oven. 350 temperature. I have some stuffing. Mix it all together. Ready. Slice it. Throw in the stuffing. Mix it all together. And Thanksgiving, special day. And the magic needs what? Where? Indian soil, dirt from the ground. I pick up, I mix it all together. That magic. Now, turkey stuffing is ready. And here it is. Oh, thank you so much. And I will take my... Oh, and look what we have. Oh my goodness. It's a turkey sandwich. And the stuffing has become bread. And we have delicious vegan cheese, a tofurkey sandwich. Let's take a little bite. Oh, delicious. And healthy. And has nutritional yeast. Sprinkled all over the top. Right here. That's that yellow stuff. Now that's a Thanksgiving turkey. Now, Jenna Marie. This is half a turkey. Is the other half of my sandwich coming up, or where is it? Oh. Oh no. Reaching the other way. Oh no! She stole the other half of my sandwich. Oh. Thanksgiving is for sharing. Oh, well, she's eating the sandwich. No more sharing. Did you bring a napkin? Oh, she doesn't have a napkin. Oh, dirty hands. Now, remember, sign very slowly because it's very, yeah. So what is next on our menu? Okay, now, next what? Potatoes. Peel the potato, chop the potato, put it all together in a big bowl. Water boils. Finish. Dump it. Big bowl, I mash the potatoes. A little bit of milk, soy milk. Yes, soy milk. Measure some butter. Fake nut butter, vegan butter. Put it in there. Swirl it all around. Mix. But again, this, not ready. Need some kind of magic. ASL magic. Well, oh, yeah, the sun. Shoots down the pepper. A big punch. Oh, wake it up from the sun. Sparkles. Sparkles from the sun. I pick it up. I put it in the potatoes. And the magic happens again. Mixing. Ready. Ready, steady, go. Oh, thank you so much. And what do we have? Oh, it's magic. It's delicious potato chips. Dora says it's delicious so far. She's having a good time. Dora. Potato chips. Mashed potatoes, potato chips. I believe these are truffle potato chips. Very delicious. I have one more. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying Thanksgiving. What's next on the menu? Time now for more food. I think maybe some kind of nut. Pecan something. Yeah. But the shells, I have to crack them. Put them all together. Throw away the shells. Get the nuts. Put them in. Mix it all together. Then I roll the crust. I put the nuts inside. I mix it up with the sugar. I crimp it around the pie pan. And the nuts on top. But needs a little bit of magic. A little bit of ASL magic. I think. Oh, the moon. The moon rays are very beautiful. Especially on Thanksgiving. Cool. Coming down. I grab. I put the moon in the mix. I put it all together again, and magic. 1, 2, 3, it's ready. Oh, look what I have. It's a delicious pecan pie. Isn't that wonderful? Vegan delicious. Now, are we missing anything? Like something to go on top? What do you think? On top? Well, okay, well. Oh, uh-oh. I forgot something. I understand now. I forgot. Oh. I think I need more magic. Oh, the wind. It blows. And I have peppering. And I pick and I pick. And I put and I put and I mix it all around. And it's magic. And I swirl and I finish. Now I'm ready to share. Okay. And you're giving me this? And it's a can of whipped cream. Oh, I love ASL magic. You can't have too much whipped cream on your pecan pie. Now, if you're really being daring on Thanksgiving, just a little bit. It's the magic. It's the magic of Thanksgiving. It's like a magic cloud. Beautiful. Thumbs up, Big J. Delicious Thanksgiving. Now what? More! Oh, yeah. I'm thinking, oh, coffee. Something to drink. Beans, yes, of course. And I grind them up, roast them. They're hard, but I'll take care of them. And the water moves. And the water I pour. over the beans to make a delicious kind of coffee. I mix it together. Uh-oh. I'm not finished. I need some kind of magic. I'm thinking reindeer. Oh, we like reindeer. Reindeer. Take a little reindeer from the antler, a little scraping from the reindeer antler. Ooh, it's delicious. Oh, it tastes delicious. It's a little cinnamony. Okay. Wonderful. So I scrape it off the reindeer antlers and I mix it in. And I thank the reindeer. And I mix it in with what I'm doing. And it's magic. I have it. Are you ready? We're ready. Oh! There's no magic. Oh! There's more. It's magic. It's holiday beer from Santa Claus, from the reindeer antler. It sparkled down. Now, we won't drink on stream, but we will demonstrate. So you know it's real. Oh, it's dark. Oh, that's my favorite kind of beer. Yeah. Dark. We didn't know it was dark. Yeah. Reindeer beer. Reindeer. Any other surprises left? If you have something else, a surprise. Oh, I do have a surprise. Well, the rain falls, and you know there's dirt on the ground, and you're wet, and you're muddy, and you have earth on your shoes, and you're walking through all of the muck. And you're dirty and you're stuck. And you scrape the mud off the bottom of your shoe and you have a mess. What can you do to make it magical? Oh, I have an idea. I see over there an angel. And the angel is crying tears of joy. No? Oh, sad angel? Oh, happy? Oh, no, happy. Okay. Happy tears. And I get the tears. And I catch the tears as they fall. And I collect them in the palm of my hand. And I add them to my surprise. And I mix it all together. And it's ready. Yes, it's ready. Oh, look at this. Oh, my. A little gift. Look. Oh. From Angel Tears. Some kind of peppermint candy. And there's so many of them and they're all mine. Peppermint candy kind of. Let's look. Oh, look at that. Oh, thank you so much for following. Back us roll. Magical. These are perfect. Well, what a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving we share together. You, Jenna Marie? Grateful for? Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy for Thanksgiving. Many things I'm thankful for. A few things first. What? Me? Oh my goodness. What would I do with myself? Thank you so much. Wonderful to live with. Coordinator, 33 years together. Mwah. Love you. Ooh, mwah, mwah, back. Mwah. Love you. Number one. Number two, I'm very, very appreciative I have my health. We become older and older and older. We become healthy like other people, more and more. That's why. How to take care of our bodies in our old age. And that's very important. Third, I appreciate my everyday life. What I'm going to do during the day. And I appreciate that I live. I am living. I am alive. Me? First, 33 years of joy with you, baby. Jana Marie, my sweetheart. A wonderful cook, a magical experimenter. Second, I'm very happy that we take care of each other. We take care of our health. We try very hard to be aware of what's happening around us. We need to be strong. I'm very happy we live where we live, on the East Coast, together, safe, in a wonderful community. And finally, I'm thankful for the people who have joined us here today. Our wonderful, wonderful friend Dora has shared our Thanksgiving Day. Dora is a wonderful person, wonderful artist. We are lucky to know her. We are lucky to have a life where we can afford to perform this stream every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, here on Boles.tv. So find us, send us an email, find us on Twitter at David Boles. You can join us right here, just as Dora did. Send us a lot of hearts, a lot of emotes. You can make our day. So we'll be back tomorrow. We have a lot of fun left all week. Subscribe. You can give a gift subscription to this live stream to your friends and even your enemies. They all would like to be involved, because we talk about the human condition. We talk about finding joy. We talk about dealing with sadness and hard times. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free every month, or you can just pay as you go, $5 a month, and you can join us here and chat. You get special perks. You get no advertising. You get good conversation here in chat where we learn from each other. So, Jana Marie, I'm going to see you soon. Many kisses, many big hugs coming your way, attacking you. Get ready. Okay, I'm always ready. I love you. I love you, baby, and we'll love you out there, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here.